guys, I hope that everyone is doing well and having a lovely day so far. My name is Ntiga, aka Mr. Spotter. Are you thinking of buying or trading in your vehicle? Then this video is for you because it will save you lots of money. I will reveal here on this video in terms of how do dealership go about assessing your car when you are doing a trading, and then come up to the offer that they've given you, because someone has asked me to explain why dealerships are ripping you off, guys. And I'm here to tell you that not all dealerships are ripping you off. And yes, the sad reality is that there are dealerships that are ripping you off, guys. But on this video, I'm gonna share the knowledge that I have so that you can understand in terms of what's happening when you are about to trade in your vehicle. So kindly watch the video till the end so that you can be better informed and not ask me a question that I've already answered on this video. So without wasting time, what is a trade-in? A trade-in is when you go to a dealership after you have seen a vehicle and you are interested in that vehicle, you want to buy it, but you want to give them your vehicle so that you can reduce the cost of the vehicle that they have. That process is called a trade-in. So how does a trade-in work? Basically, if you want this vehicle and you're interested in this, basically when you have this car and you want to buy this car from a dealership and you want to give them this vehicle to take this one, that process is called a trade-in. So how it works is that first they will check what's the trade book price of this car and what's the retail price of this car. So what is a trade book price? A trade book price is the price that the dealership is supposed to buy your vehicle with, and a retail price is the price that the vehicle is the price that the dealership is supposed to sell you this car with. So let me explain or go into detail how do a dealership go about giving you a price on this vehicle. So they will enter what we call a VIN number of this vehicle on the system, and then the system will tell them how much they're supposed to give you for this car. But they won't give you that amount because they need to assess or check few things. Okay, guys, now we're about to go through in terms of the things that the dealerships are checking before they're giving you an offer. But before we go through that, I want you to know that the offer that the dealership is going to give you is highly affected by how the market is behaving in terms of the prices that these vehicles are selling for, you see. So let me make an example. Say this vehicle is selling for 450,000. So there is no way that the dealership will give you an offer that is above 400,000 or an offer that is above 410. Let me quickly highlight that because it's important. So we're gonna go through the things that the dealerships are checking and that might need them to repair on this car before it's ready for a showroom floor. So I'm just gonna ask my cameraman to get close to me. I think I have the key of the car here. So you can come in close, cameraman. So the first thing that they're gonna check is the overall condition of the car. And on this car, I can see that the vehicle has never been repainted or sprayed. And the other thing is that here there is what you call stone chips, of which again that is affecting the price of the car. And then what else have I picked up? Okay, another thing is that they want to check the windscreen. As you can see, there is a chip here, of which I'm not sure if that could be patched or if the windscreen needs to be replaced, but I think that one can be patched. And then the other thing that they're gonna check is the tire condition. Yeah, okay, then what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna quickly start the car and then turn the steering wheel so that you can see the conditions of the tires. So another thing that they want to check is the condition of the tires, and then the tires have what we call an expiration date. That's another thing that the dealership will have to check to see that if these tires are still in a good condition and they have not yet expired. And to tell you, to give you a secret, that's why you see some insurance not paying out certain claims because the tires are not roadworthy because they've expired. I know some of you would ask me, Siga, how do I check if if my tire has not yet expired? Before we get to that, the actual date is not written on the tire, but what is written is the manufacturer's date and is written in weeks and years. And I'm gonna quickly show you that. But the rule of thumb is that each and every 5-6 years, you should change your car tires, regardless of the condition that is in. Meaning, even if there's still threads that are left, even if the tire might seem to be in a good condition to your naked eye, but you must change your tire to be on the safer side. So what that will do is that it will save you a lot of headache should you get on an accident and you need to claim for your insurance. And yeah, I hope I've explained that. So let's get back to business. Ntsiga, where do I check the date of my tire? So cameraman, please come closer. So I'm not sure if you can see, here is what you call the manufacturer's date of this tire. It's written in weeks and years, meaning on the 47 week of 2022, that is when this tire was manufactured. So that means you're gonna take that year and you're gonna take that date and subtract it with your current date. That's when you should know when to change your tire. I hope I've explained that, and I hope that's something that you have learned, because I know majority of you guys don't know that, and I've been blessed and fortunate to learn that from someone that has been in the motor industry for many years. I used to spot for him. So another thing that they do check is the mileage on the car. So cameraman, please come close. So let me start the car. So uh, one thing that you should know is that the manufacturer, or when you're about to trade in your car, they will check the kilometers on your vehicle, and then they will check if the vehicle is still under service plan and warranty plan from the manufacturer, or if the previous owner has added that to to the vehicle when they've bought it. There is what we call an extended service and maintenance plan on a car, of which those things they do add in value. And I'm not sure if this car does have a service book. Okay, here are the books of the car. Let me quickly check quickly here. Okay, there's what we call a book of life. Okay, uh, you see, this is a book of life of Toyota, and then the last service that was done on this vehicle was done by Autoren Toyota, of which is this dealership, on the 3rd of February 2025. And then the service, if I'm not mistaken, it was done on 90,000 kilometers, and the next service is due on the 105 kilometers, if
That's
I'm not
correct.
mistaken.
That's correct.
Yeah, so this vehicle is up to date in terms of its service requirements from the manufacturer, and the previous owner took really good care of this car. That's one thing that I can point out to you. And then the other thing is that the dealership is gonna check if the interior of the car needs any touch-ups, meaning the seats could be ripped off, the ladder might need to be changed, or the basic uh, overall condition of this car, of which this car is in a really good condition. I will give it 8 out of 10 in terms of the 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 previous owner taking really good care of it. So moving right along, uh, let me. And then the other thing is that the dealership is gonna check if this car has been in an accident or not. And how they do that is because they put the car under the lift and then they thoroughly inspect it. But how someone who is experienced as I am in the motor industry will look at it is that you would stand here and check the vehicle straight. You will see any imperfections in terms of the body panel not being straight or whatnot, and then they will check the paint of the vehicle, if it has been resprayed or not. You can tell if the car has been resprayed or not if you have been in the motor industry for a very long time, because one thing that uh, one thing that you should know is that your naked eye, if you have experience, it doesn't lie. You will see a mismatch of color. The color won't thoroughly uh, blend with this one. You see, there will be some imperfection. You see, and then what else can I tell you that the dealership checks as well? Uh, yeah, that should be all. And then everything that I've mentioned, they will take it into consideration. If there's anything that needs to be spent, they will deduct it on the initial offer that they were supposed to give you. Say they were supposed to give you an offer of 400,000. They will deduct the cost of tires if they need to be changed, deduct the cost of windscreen if it needs to be changed, deduct the cost of those stone chips if they needs to be repaired, or if the car needs to be repainted. They will deduct all of those costs and they will give you the final offer. Say that everything is gonna cost the dealership plus minus 30,000. They will deduct 30,000 from 400,000 that they've given you as the initial offer, and you will be left with 370 as your offer. And then that 370 is what they will deduct on that car. So say this car, uh, say this car is 1 million. Say this car is 1 million. So they will deduct 300,000, 370,000 on this vehicle. And then they will come up to a total of 630 on this vehicle. That means when you give the dealership this car and take this car, instead of this vehicle costing you 1 million, now it's going to cost you 680,000, of which I think that's a good thing for you to trade in your car instead of keeping it and buying another car. Because the other thing that you must bear in mind is that should this vehicle uh, get out of the maintenance and service plan, whatever service that you want to do on this car, that will come out of your own pocket. Say the service of this vehicle, it was 3 years or 60,000 kilometers. Toyota SA will pay for that period of time whenever you need to service this car. But as soon as that period has reached or exceeded, you will have to pay out of your own pocket. And another thing that people need to understand is that each and every service that is done by someone that is not licensed to do repairs on a vehicle will cause the value of your car to depreciate, because whatever service that they have done does not get recognized. I hope that makes sense, and I hope I've shared a valuable lesson. Unfortunately, I don't need to go through this car because you are not trading it in, you are buying it, you see. So it's pointless for me to go through it. The video will be long. So that one, that whatever that I've just explained is when you are trading in your vehicle to upgrade. That process, it's what I've just explained now. So I'm just gonna quickly explain when you're trading in your car to downgrade. So when you're trading in your car to downgrade, say you have this car, you want to downgrade to that pool. It's the same process that I've just explained, but now the difference is this. Say that you're downgrading, you want to downgrade to that car. You want to trade in this car to that car, of which that whole process is called downgrading. So the process is still the same in terms of how the dealership will evaluate the offer that they're gonna give you on this car, of which the offer is still gonna be the same, of which is still gonna be 370,000. So because of this car is 250, they're gonna take 250 and subtract it on 370, and they will give you the difference as a cashback towards your pocket. Okay, say you want to trade in this car for that Polo. That process is called downgrading because this car, it's actually worth more than that car. So instead of that trading this car for the Prado, that process is called upgrading because this car, the value of it is lower than the Prado's value. The Prado is more expensive than the car that you want to trade in. That process is called upgrading. So so in this case, if you want to downgrade, basically what the dealership will do is that because they've given you an offer on this car, they will check what's the retail price of that car, meaning how much are they selling that car for or with. And then in this case, this car is 250,000, and the offer that they've given you on this car is 370 after the deductions that they've done to repair this car to get it ready for the showroom. So when they minus 250 to 370, I think the figure that you will get is 120, if I'm not mistaken, 120, 130, somewhere, somewhere around there. So they will give you that money as cashback. Always remember that. So now coming back to the tips that I need to give you. Guys, if you took a finance car or you took a car with finance, uh, it is not a good idea to trade in that car within 24 months, meaning 2 years, unless you have taken a huge, unless if you have carved out a huge deposit or you have traded in a vehicle. And if you want to trade in a car and you bought your car through vehicle finance, it's not a good idea for you to trade that car in before 24 months because there's still interest, and as you know, a car is a depreciating asset, so that interest will make it difficult for you to trade it in. And another thing that you must keep in mind, uh, take really good care of your car so that you can be able to get as much as possible when you're about to trade it in. And then if you know that you are someone who likes to stay on the road a lot, it's always a good idea to trade in your car before it gets out of the service and warranty plans.
Unless you are planning on keeping the car for life, then it's always a good idea to extend the service and the warranty plan of the vehicle so that you don't pay for the maintenance and service of the vehicle out of your pocket every time. But obviously, there will come a time when you need to do so if you will be keeping the car for life and you are not planning on selling it or trading it in. I would like to say thank you to Auto Ren Toyota Heidelberg for giving me the opportunity to come to the dealership and taking the video for you guys. This is the dealership that I spot for. So if you are interested in buying a Toyota, you can contact me, Mr. Spotter, and my real name is Nziga. My contact details appear on the left of the screen. Or if you can't find me, you can call or WhatsApp Tsepo. He's the sale executive that I work with. He will be glad to assist you. And believe you me, you are in good hands. He will make you feel like you are the only client that he's dealing with at that time. That's how good he is. By giving the best customer service. Take care for now.